right here, he's gonna take care of us, he's gonna start us off. So, tell me what you think, what is your American dream?
To be free. Become a major league baseball player with a big house.
Give me 1 second, 1 second. He's talking, need y'all to focus in with us. So, what is your version of the American dream?
Become a major league baseball player with a nice house, bunch of cars, good family, and plenty of money.
So, to become a Major League Baseball player, right? So he has big dreams, big goals, right? So, nice cars, right? Nice house, lots of money, right? So, is there anybody who has a dream, maybe not to become a Major League Baseball player, but something similar to that?
I said a young successful black woman.
Young successful black woman. Anybody else with the picture of getting money?
It's not always.
That opportunity, okay? So, kind of dig in. Tell me what you got for your American dream.
My American dream is to become a successful,
Second time one.
pediatrician and have better opportunities. I believe I can actually get to become that once I put my mind and dedication to it.
So, what I heard from you is that you said something big. You said better opportunities, right? So when you say better opportunities opposed to what? As opposed to what you currently have, better opportunities as opposed to what?
American dream.
You weren't with me. So you're looking to make something better than what you grew up with, something better than what you're used to seeing. What is it?
No, something better than what I do.
Something better than what you grew up with, right? So there's this whole concept of the American dream right now. Right now, the unit that we're in, we are talking about the second industrial revolution, right? So we're talking about the second industrial revolution for the unit that we're in right now. Some of the things that's actually big for the second industrial revolution is immigration.
Truly.
Immigration is something that's a big topic of this debate that we have going on right now, right? So today our essential question is gonna be this. Can somebody volunteer to read the essential question for me for today?
Did Americans fulfill the dreams of immigration in the late 1800s?
That sounded so good. Can you say it one more time for me, just a little bit louder?
Did Americans fulfill the dreams of immigrants in the late 1800s?
So, by progressing through this lesson today, what I want you guys to be able to do is to actually go ahead and answer those particular questions. Well, that one question, I want you to answer, did we truly fulfill the dream of immigration in the late 1800s?
So is it the second industrial revolution? Is it in the 1900s?
What happened? It started in the late 1800s.
Come on, to answer that.
So what I'm giving you guys right now is a note-taking system, right? So it has,
Where do we end?
I got you. That right there, you're gonna answer that at the end of the lesson,
Oh, okay.
what you'll talk about. So pretty much this right here is a note-taking system for you that you guys can look on with. So the first thing that we're actually gonna do is we're gonna define a couple of terms for our lesson for today, right? So the first term we got is what?
Americanization.
Americanization. So if you look on your chart that you actually have, there's a box, there's a column that says Americanization, right? So
You like that?
all that will not fit. These boxes are short purposefully, right? So everything that you have right here will not fit, right? So I just want you guys to take out the key elements of this definition and put it inside the box that says Americanization, right? So when you look at Americanization, right, it is the process of an immigrant to the United States of America becoming a person who shares American values, beliefs, custom, and is assimilated into American society. So pretty much you are taking just the key words that you need out of this definition. You're gonna put that in a box that says Americanization. Give you guys about 45 more seconds. Somebody brought this snack.
It's me.
My bad.
I'll say.
All right, by show of hands, anybody need more time?
Yeah, I do.
All right, give you about 30 more seconds. Don't write it all down. Your definition should not be exactly what I see up there. Make it meaningful to you. Hmm? Like that, you did something different with your hair. Like that, you did something different with your hair. All right, so for the first one, I'll go ahead and tell you what I got for the first one, right? So if I look at it, right, it talks about a process. It is a process, right? Right? And then what's important is it's a process for who? Who is this process for?
Immigrant.
Immigrants, right? And then inside of this process, right, these immigrants, right, they come from different places, right? So a process where immigrants, they're gonna take on something. Inside of this definition, what does it tell you they're gonna take on?
Rebellion, police, and customs.
So exactly what she said. They're gonna take on the customs and the values of American beliefs, right? So what's important in this definition to me is the process of immigrants, what's the name? Taking on customs of American values and beliefs, right? Which is pretty much summed up in this one definition, to assimilate, which means to take on, right? So if you guys had to write anything down, that is a short and condensed version of this definition, right? So somebody becoming an American. Americanization, right? So, or a citizen, right? Citizenship, right? So, the next one we have is the U.S. Naturalization Act. Write down what's important for here. This is a quick one. So it says it restricts American citizenship to white persons, right? And persons of African descent. So it excluded one big group, Asian immigrants. Asian immigrants. Somebody down who wanna help me out? Still working, still working. I'll give you guys about 30 more seconds. I'll write it all down. I see.
So white people that have black descendants of Asian people.
So, in this definition right here that we're actually looking for, right? I want you to actually help me out, right? So, it talks about three groups of people. What are the three groups of people that they talk about in this definition?
White.
So, white, African American, and Asians, right? So, out of those three groups of people, who are the two that's part of the in group?
Asian and black.
No, who? So, looking at the definition, who are the two that are part of the in group?
White person and person
The
of
in group, the
African.
people that's inside. That's good to say.
African.
White person.
Yeah, so it says up here, it says white persons and persons of African descent, right? Right? They can become citizens, right? They're part of the in group, right? So who's on the outside looking in? Asians, right? So, we're not there yet. So, what we got right here, right? If I had to do this definition myself, right? What I would actually just, immigration restricted to whites and Africans. Right? So whites and Africans. If you want to do an equation for math, whites plus Africans
Equal.
minus Asians equals
America. America.
this act right here, right? So if you want to do it math style, that's where we can go with it, right? So next definition that we have is this gentleman agreement, right? So we just talked about, is that the next definition you guys have on your sheet?
Yes.
Yes, that's the next one you have on your sheet. So, put this in my own words?
Yeah. Oh, that's a lot.
That's a lot, right? So, it is very wordy. That's why the box is so small. I'll go ahead and read it out. You take the key points out. I'll give you guys 2 minutes for it.
Alright,
So,
so it.
United States
U.S.
and Japan, right? They had an understanding, right? So look, I'm gonna shake your hand. Let me shake your hand. If you keep doing all this work, I'm gonna give you 2 extra credit days, right? Right? she said liar, right? Because I was doing this. I had my fingers behind my back, right? When I did it, right?
Uh-huh.
So we agreed on it. Is it set in stone? Is it written down in the contract form?
No.
No, right? I can go back from it, right?
Yeah.
So it's a gentleman's agreement, right? So what exactly does that mean, right? It is a U.S. and Japan understanding, right? In which Japan agreed not to issue passports. If you want to travel to another country, what do you need? Passport. You have to get it. If you want to leave America to go to Germany, you need to get a American passport to go there, right? So Japan said they were going to restrict passports, right, from the people in their country to come to America because immigration was at this point getting out of control, right? So we learned about the Second Industrial Revolution. Name something that was being created. Why were people moving from the West, and why were they going from the West out of the farms to the cities? Better opportunities. What was one of those better opportunities? Education, jobs, right? So jobs, right? So now that you guys have that better opportunity concept of jobs, right? We need people to work in those jobs, right? So we had a lot of people in the West, all they knew how to do was farm, right? These jobs that require a lot of skills, right? So who were coming to work these jobs? The Japan people, right? The people from Europe, immigrants in general, right? Which is why we're actually talking about it right now. They was the one who was actually coming over here to actually work these jobs, right? So back to the definition, right? So Japan was, it says, U.S. and Japan, they had an understanding in which Japan agreed not to issue passports to immigrants into the United States, except for certain categories, right? Of business and professional men. So not the people that are unskilled, but the business and professional men. In return, President Theodore Roosevelt, he agreed to urge the city of San Francisco, very beautiful place in California, to rescind an order by which children of Japanese parents segregated from white students in schools, right? So at this time, right, this is just background information that you possibly don't even need to actually understand the